about something that's a really big part of my life, and it has been for about the last 5 years, and that is my health and fitness. I distinctly remember the day that I went to the doctor. It was in May of 2012, and I remember I had to get on a scale, and I had avoided getting on the scale for over 7 years. I can't even remember the last time I had gotten on the scale before then, but I think it was during high school. And I had avoided it for a reason. I knew the truth about myself, but I didn't want to face that. And I remember the girl seemingly trying to be helpful and kind, and she just kind of like scooted the weight over and was like, okay, we'll just 317. She just stopped, you know, so who knows what it really was, but 317 hit me like a ton of bricks. I couldn't believe I had let myself get that far out of control. I was in a relationship that, or had just gotten out of a relationship that was not a very pleasant one, and my coping mechanism has and always was food. You know, food is comfort, so it was easy to eat when I wasn't feeling great. So at that point, I knew from there that it was time to make a change. I didn't make that change right away, but I knew in my heart of hearts that it was time. So I went ahead, September 11th, 2012, my friend Elizabeth and I both joined MyFitnessPal, and we just started tracking our food and kind of checking in with each other and going to the gym as often as possible. At that point, I was going to the gym, I think, about 5 or 6 days a week. I would get up really early. Mind you, I was single and I didn't have any kids then, so I would get up really early. I'd go to the gym for an hour. You know, I'd try to eat right. I look back at MyFitnessPal and it was really mostly calorie restriction, but I wasn't really worried about what the calories were, so some of the content was pretty questionable. But I was doing something. I was trying, and that was the most important thing. So I was getting started. And I remember by October of 2012, I had already lost almost 25 pounds. And it was like, I was out of the 300s. I was so excited, and that was the motivation I needed to keep me going forward. So it's been 5 years of working toward my goals. And I've learned a lot of things along the way. I learned a lot of things about myself. I've tried a lot of different things. So I'm just gonna come to you, give you some of my tips from my own experiences, let you know what I think works, and by all means, I'm not a professional, I'm just speaking on my own personal experiences. So as far as diet goes, the first thing I think is most important is just to listen to your body. I've tried a lot of different things. I've tried calorie restriction, I've tried carb restriction, I've tried dang near paleo. Right now I'm currently doing Whole30, which is basically a strict version of paleo. And right now my body loves that. You know, it loves fruits, vegetables, meats, fats, things like that. So it's working really well. Previously I had been working with a nutritionist. Her name was Sabrina. She was awesome. She would give me a meal plan every 2 weeks, and I would just prep the food every Sunday. I had all of our food ready to go. My husband lovingly, even though he did not need to, went along with it. That's not really true. So he's a very thin man, but he did have some cholesterol, high blood pressure issues that he was dealing with, and blood sugar issues. So we were working with a nutritionist. It was great. But eventually, and I know this about myself, and this is how I work, I get bored. I get bored with things, and it's time to switch things up. So that's what I did. And I went on about 2 months where I just let myself do whatever I wanted. I ate whatever I wanted. I did whatever I wanted. I didn't work out. I just, I gave myself a 2-month break, and I saw that on the scale, just slowly creeping up. So, yeah, I mean, you have to be flexible. Listen to your body. Your body will tell you what it likes. You will see what it likes. It will lean out. It will do whatever it is you're looking for. If your body likes it, it will do that. And I'm not talking about your body, I'm talking about your body. Because obviously, I love pizza. I love ice cream. I love going to movies and eating, my weight's worth in popcorn. I love all those things, but my body doesn't really love those things. I can feel it after a day of eating like that. I can feel that my body is like, really? Really? So it's important to listen to your body. The next suggestion I have is to talk to your doctor. This is huge. You need to talk to your doctor about your concerns about your weight and about your health. And it's not always about weight. Sometimes we just have general health issues like my husband. Talk to your doctor. They'll give you advice. They'll recommend you to specialists, whatever it takes. That is important. Your doctor is a health professional. You go to them for a reason. So just, use them as a sounding board. Let them know what you're feeling and they will come to you and let you know what you should be doing. The next and another really important thing is don't starve yourself. I know when I look back at my MyFitnessPal, like I said, it was calorie restriction and I didn't really care about what I was eating, but I wasn't eating good food. I was eating, I'm gonna eat just a protein bar and a sugar-free energy drink for breakfast. Like, that's ridiculous. Don't starve yourself because you'll be miserable the whole time, and that is not the goal of this. I'm searching for balance. I'm searching for being able to enjoy life while still meeting my goals. And, starving yourself is never going to be that way. Another thing I find to be really helpful is I plan out my cheats, my indulgences. I plan those out so that way I have something to look forward to. And so I know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel if I'm really pushing through some kind of meal plan or something like that. Like currently I'm in Whole30 and I have a goal at the end. So planning those out helps to prevent unplanned cheat days where you're like, well, I'll just use this at my cheat. I'll just use this for my cheat. And then it kind of just keeps going instead of like having a plan. I find that works a little bit better. And the last, as far as diet goes, is don't suffer. Don't put yourself through a plan where you're completely miserable and you're compromising your mental health, because it's so important. It's so much related. Your mental health, especially when you're constantly, striving to try something new and do something better with your body, your mental health can take a toll on your mental health. So don't suffer. Don't keep doing something if it's, making you miserable constantly all day long. That's not the goal. Again, that's not the goal of this. The goal is to make yourself find the balance, and to get to a point where you feel healthy and you can feel that difference in your body, whatever the scale says. For me, I know it's about finding that feeling, and I'm already there. I'm just continuing to progress in my goals. So obviously there's the diet aspect of things, which is super important. But you also need to think about fitness. You need to get out there. You need to move. The first most important thing is just be consistent. When I was single and I didn't have kids, I could go 5 days a week. Every single, work day, I would get up before work. I would go to the gym for an hour. I would come home, I'd get ready. I'd take an hour to get ready. All those things. That's not my reality anymore, unfortunately. I can't go every single day before work. There's a balance that has to happen between work, life, and fitness for me. And a lot of times that balance includes staying up a little bit later so I can have some time with my husband after our son goes to bed. And that doesn't allow me to get up at 3:30 in the morning to go to the gym before I leave for work at 6. So, but just be consistent, whatever it is. If you decide you're going to go 3 or 4 times a week, like I attempt to do, then try to do that. Just fit it in, which kind of goes right into my next point is make time. Even if it's just 30 minutes. I am lucky enough to have a gym at my work. So if I can't get up in the morning, I can always go to the gym at my work during my lunch hour, and I make, the 30 to 40 minute time frame. I try to maximize that as much as possible. Obviously, I know a lot of people are really, really busy, but even making time even means like, you know, walking on your breaks at work. Like if you get a 15-minute break, go outside and walk. If you can go on your lunch, go on your lunch. You know, whatever it is that you can do to make that time for yourself. One of the things that I always do is I always go for a pretty good walk with my son on Saturday mornings. That's kind of our thing. We go out, we go on a trail, and we walk 2 miles together. Which is another important idea, is to involve your friends and family. Make it fun for yourself. You know, friends and family can be a really good support. They can also help you pass the time. I used to go to the gym with my friend Andrea, and it was like the easiest workout, even though we both walked away sweaty messes. But it was so easy because we were there. We were able to talk to each other. We were able to get caught up on our lives while we were still working out. So, and you know, it's important. Find some friends who are also on the same path as you, who also have the same goals as you, who are trying to live healthy lifestyles. And I know that's hard, and it's hard to say, well, don't, and I'm not saying don't hang out with your friends who just want to hang out and eat pizza, because some days you're going to want to hang out and eat pizza. That's normal. It's what, you know, we do that. A lot of our social interactions revolve around food, so that's normal. But I am saying find some friends that want to go to the gym and will go to the gym with you. Not the friends that are just going to say, yeah, we should go to the gym sometime, and then never go. Find the friends who are like, hey, come on, get in the car, we're going to the gym. So, also find something you love to do. I have a lot of friends who love Zumba. I do Zumba at home because I'm just not very coordinated and I don't feel 100% comfortable being in a class, but I do it at home. YouTube has some really great like classes, basically people who put up YouTube and videos of dancing, things like that on a regular basis. I'll link some of my favorites down below that I use, both for dancing, Zumba, and you know, just general fitness videos. It's a wonderful resource, and if you don't feel comfortable going to the gym and taking a class, go in your basement and turn on your YouTube videos and just get it done there. It's just as effective, and you're doing it, and that's the most important thing. But yeah, find something you love. If you love to dance, dance. If you love to ride your bike, ride your bike. If you want to start running and you find you love running, run. But don't do anything that you hate every single second of and you still hate it after you're done. Sometimes workouts are difficult and you're like, oh my God, I hate this the whole time you're doing it, but afterwards you're like, God, that was awesome. If you find a workout that's like that, go ahead and do it. But if you find a workout that you hate the whole time and afterwards you think, I never want to do that again, then don't do it. It's all in your hands, and you're going to keep going forward if you do things that you love. The last thing that I find to be really important is set some goals for yourself physically. You know, if you want to start lifting weights, set some PR goals that you have for yourself over the next couple of months. If you want to start running, set some goals for that. Like, I remember I ran my first 5K, and it was like a huge deal because I was embarrassed to even run outside. Honestly, I couldn't even bring myself to run outside, but I did it. I ran my first 5K on Thanksgiving. I think it was Thanksgiving 2013, I want to say. No, 2014. Yeah, 2014 Thanksgiving. And it was awesome. I had so much fun. And then we came home and we stuffed our faces because it was like, ha, earned it. And then I ran another 5K because I was like, well, I bet you I could do better than that. So I did, and it was great. It was a superhero 5K, I think. It's awesome. And it motivated me to keep going. You know, I did find that maybe running isn't my most favorite, but I still do it from time to time just because I like the workout that I get. You know, I do a lot of things. I do circuit training. I do walking. I just walk, you know, for long periods of time. Low impact, steady cardio. I lift weights from time to time. Like I said, I do Zumba in my basement from time to time. You know, whatever it is that I can fit in, that I enjoy, and that works me and raises my heart rate. That's really what I look for. So, you know, it's not easy. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done. And do I wish that I could be somebody who didn't have to worry about their weight? 100%. I wish that every day I didn't think about, you know, how much I weighed or how my clothes fit or where I'll be in the future, but that's just not a reality for me. Unfortunately, I've always been a bigger person. I've been a big person since I was in elementary school. So I have to think about those things. I have to be smart about those things. But once you come to terms with the fact that, you know, you do have to be cognizant of some of those aspects of your life, but you keep in mind that it doesn't have to be the worst thing that you've ever done, it's manageable. You can do it. Anyone can do it. If they want to do it, they can do it. It's hard. It's not easy. I'm not ever going to say it's easy. It's the hardest thing I've ever done. But you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. My life's changed a lot over the last 5 years. I've had a son, you know, which was, being pregnant was a setback to my physical, you know, progress. But I didn't let that stop me. He's the best thing I have. And, you know, we work out together now. He's my little buddy. He's my workout buddy. So, you know, lots of changes over 5 years, and I've learned a ton. But the first thing that I learned is you can do it. I can do it. If I keep pushing forward, I can do it. And I have been. So, if you guys have any questions, you have any comments, let me know. Feel free to like this video if you like the content. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of my future content. And yeah, thanks for listening, you guys. Have a good day.